Now, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day. It's good to have you all. It's good to be here together. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Patty Holland, and I'm an assistant professor of the practice, and I'm the coordinator for our MBCT teacher training program, and I'm also an MBSR teacher and teacher training. So I'm really happy to be here with you all. And here in the United States, we're approaching the Thanksgiving holiday this week. And where you are, you might have celebrated Thanksgiving already, or you might be celebrating it at some point in the future, or maybe you just celebrate Thanksgiving every day. Well, so that's what we're going to explore tonight in our practices. We're going to explore gratitude. Right, so what exactly is gratitude? And I'll pose this question to you first before we continue. Why don't you just put in the chat, for you, what is gratitude? What is this feeling, this emotion of gratitude for you? Yeah, acknowledgement of positivity, being able to breathe deeply, connecting with blessings big and small. Yeah, thank you. So being aware of blessings received, this is really good. Appreciating life and family, appreciating. So those of you that are responding are really hitting on these important points about gratitude. Robert Emmons, who is a professor of psychology at the University of California, Davies, he's considered one of the leading scientists or researchers on gratitude. Yeah, being thankful, appreciating for what is. And so he defines gratitude as having two parts. And these have been acknowledged in some of what you have said. So the first is this affirmation of goodness. We can become aware of and affirm that there are good things in the world, gifts and benefits that we've received. So there's this affirmation of goodness. And then the second part is a recognition that the source of this goodness lies outside of oneself. It's this recognition that we receive gifts from other people, from a higher power, if you hold beliefs such as that, from nature, from the natural world. And so Professor Emmons also, from his research, views gratitude as a relationship strengthening emotion because it requires us to see how we've been supported and affirmed by other people. Right? So when we're feeling gratitude, there's this mutuality. And he also says that gratitude is good medicine. Right? So there's a growing number of research that shows that practicing gratitude has social and physical and emotional benefits, even in the midst of adversity. There's studies showing that gratitude, a practice of gratitude, can help improve sleep, can lower blood pressure. It can incline a person towards making more health-conscious choices. Gratitude contributes to happiness. It can improve our relationships with friends and family and support us to foster healthy social circles. And it can also be difficult to practice. As some of you notice that, gratitude can sometimes be challenging, right? Especially when we're so aware of the vast amounts of suffering that people are experiencing in the world, the amount of inequality and injustice, and just plain meanness that seems to be so prevalent in our world. And so, similar to loving kindness and other virtues that really support us to live a life well lived, not just for ourselves, but for the greater good of all, gratitude can be cultivated. Thank goodness gratitude can be cultivated. Right? So gratitude can naturally well up within us, and we can also cultivate it. So that's what we're going to do. So let's practice a bit. So first, if you want, just bring some gentle movement to the body in whatever way feels comfortable for you. I'm going to stay sitting, but if you want to stand, feel free to sit, to stand. But maybe engaging in some stretching, and just even noticing the sensations of stretching, and maybe even feeling gratitude for the body, for all that it's able to do in this moment. It's like, wow, I can move my arms, right? However the body is right now. Maybe bringing some flexibility to the shoulders, depending on the time of day. You might have been sitting in front of a computer all day, or you might have been standing. You might be getting ready for bed. Maybe waking up a little bit for our period of time together, rolling the neck. And now, with intention and deliberateness, establish a posture that will support you for practice. Taking a moment to just see where you want to practice. Maybe you're sitting in a chair or the couch or lying on the floor. And taking a moment to maybe first establish a firm foundation. Feeling your sitting bones just settle right into the chair or the surface that you're sitting on. Feeling your feet on the floor. Maybe even having a sense of the pull of gravity as the body releases down into the chair. And then there's this uplift, the upper body rising up. And if you like, one more time, you can bring your shoulders up towards your ears and roll them back. And then just let your arms release down to their sides, opening the chest a little bit that can support breathing. Finding a comfortable place to rest your hands on your lap, folded one on top of another, resting on the sides of a chair. Inviting the muscles of the neck and the face to soften. And if you like, you can close your eyes or just allowing a soft downward gaze. And as we start to transition into practice, inviting ease and gentleness, right? So when we establish a steady posture, one that will support the body, knowing we can always shift and move. And when we start to gather our attention and turn it inward, meeting ourselves just as we are in this moment. Noticing how you are in this moment. How is the body right now? And the state of mind. How is the state of mind? Just noticing presence of thinking, so not needing to get caught up in content, but just noticing how the mind feels. Does it feel busy and active? Maybe a little quiet, maybe fuzzy or dull? And how about the presence of any mood or emotion in your experience? What's here now for you? As best as you can in this moment, just inviting and allowing yourself to show up exactly as you are. And now taking the support of an anchor, this particular object, to rest and return attention. This may be the sensations of breathing. And if you like, you can even notice if there's a particular place in the body where you most vividly feel the breath. Maybe you feel it with this movement in the chest, the belly, air that comes in and out through the nostrils. Or perhaps for you, you prefer to attend to a touch point on the body, such as your feet or your hands, even your seat resting in the chair. Another option could be sound. So offering to the mind this home base, this place to guide the attention to, and then when you notice that attention has wandered, which it will, bringing it back. Befriending the mind in this way. Starting to allow mind, body, heart to shift from a mode of doing, taking care of the needs of the day. And this includes the mind thinking about planning, evaluating all the things and the ways the mind operates, and allowing yourself to just start to settle into a mode of just being present to yourself. Becoming present to the moments as they unfold. And maybe now starting to become aware that your very presence here indicates some gifts that have already been received. You're here, so you're alive. You have access to this quite amazing technology that allows us to come together from all over the world. And let's explore a little bit more specifically, offering gratitude to different aspects of our experience, beginning with our senses. So bringing attention to what you hear without labeling the sounds, if at all possible, simply notice the ear's ability to hear. And perhaps this is supported by assistance in some way. Devices that can amplify hearing, closed captions that allow us to see what's being spoken. So just noticing what you hear now, where you are. Giving thanks, if it feels appropriate to do so, to the ears for working as they do in this moment. And maybe calling to mind all the different sounds that you're able to hear or that you've heard throughout just today. The voices of family and friends, colleagues and neighbors. Bird song, music. And maybe calling to mind some of the favorite sounds that you hear, perhaps a favorite song or a type of music, recognizing that this is made possible by the songwriters and the musicians. Bringing this music to us. The variety of birds that we hear. Allowing you to hear what makes up a moment. And shifting now to the nose and the sense of smell. Offering appreciation to the nose and your olfactory system from letting you smell fresh baked cookies or bread. Your child's newly washed hair or skin. A favorite perfume. The fragrance of flowers. The smell of a campfire. Or the freshness after rain. If you're near an ocean, the smell of the ocean. Without the nose, we couldn't taste our favorite foods. We are the recipient of this sense of smell. And turning attention now to the taste buds and offering gratitude to the taste buds, to your tongue and your mouth for letting you taste your favorite coffee drink, tea, and the array of foods that nourish your system. To the lips for kissing a loved one, a child, a beloved pet. the taste of a good drink, the crispness of water. Offering heartfelt thanks to your sense of taste for letting you engage with all the flavors of the world, the different spices, the different foods. Noticing now what you feel with your skin, the temperature of the air on the parts of you that are exposed, the texture of the clothing that is keeping you warm, comfortable, or cool. The delightful sensations in your fingertips when you hold hands with someone you care about. Brush the cheek of someone you love. Scratch behind the ears of a favorite dog or cat. To the skin that lets you feel the texture of sand at the beach, the sense of a breeze on your neck, the earth on the feet, a good massage offered by another. The sense of wrapping yourself in a blanket to warm yourself, or taking off a layer when you're feeling warm and feeling the breeze. The sense and the feel of the sheets as you slip into bed at night. Offering thanks to this skin for helping you feel your life. And now to your eyes, and keeping them closed or a soft gaze. Can you send waves of gratitude to these magical eyes for letting you see the world around you? For making it possible to make eye contact with those you care about, those you don't know but you see on a regular basis. Connecting with another in this way, I see you, and allowing yourself to be seen. The community and family you've chosen for yourself. Thanks to the eyes which let you see art, nature, beauty in a variety of forms. To whatever degree the eyes are able to at this time, offering thanks to them for all they do at this time, for letting you take in the world in this way. Taking a deep breath now, if it feels comfortable, and notice how you feel in the heart. connecting maybe with a felt sense of expansion in your chest as you invite and allow yourself to truly savor the full spectrum of your senses. And with an exhalation, letting this appreciation of the senses go and shifting now to the people in your life. So bringing to mind someone in your life who is relatively easy to love, care about. This person may be in your life now or not in your life. Maybe no longer here, someone from your past. Picture this person sitting right in front of you, seeing them smiling at you. And through the heart, thanking them for being in your life. As if wherever they are, however they are in this moment, they can receive your gratitude. And bringing to mind now someone who has made your life a bit easier. It could be in significant ways in how they've helped you. And it could be in seemingly small ways, but really aren't, holding the door for you when your hands are full. Offering their ear when you have concerns. Thanking them for whatever it is they've done for you in your life. Recalling now a teacher in your life, someone who has shown you the way in either formal or informal ways. Teachers show up in our lives in a variety of forms. Taking some time and allowing yourself to experience gratitude for the role this person has played in your life, this teacher on your journey, and thanking them. And now opening yourself up to the people in your life and just seeing who shows up. People in your life that you feel grateful for, that have helped you in some way, that you've benefited from in some way, received gifts from. As the image of someone shows up and there's a recognition of what you've received from this person's presence in your life, inviting gratitude and offering gratitude. And on your next inhalation, gather up all the people in your life, the people currently in your life, the people that have been in your life at various stages for whom you feel gratitude for, people that you have relationships with, other people that seem to just pass through your life, and recognizing that in some way they've offered you some gift. Gathering all of them up and holding them in your heart for a moment. And then with an exhalation, just releasing people in your life for whom you're grateful. And with an inhalation, turning now to material possessions, even. Just allowing possessions that you have or own to pass through the mind, and noticing possessions that have the most meaning for you. Giving thanks to the items that you have, like special jewelry or relics, a gift, items that have been passed down from family, items given to you for a special purpose. Thanking your possessions that hold meaning, and the individuals that offered them, the individuals that contributed to creating them. Maybe offering your thanks now to the home where you currently live, and all the amenities that you have that support you and keep you safe and nourished and healthy. to your comfortable bed, the kitchen, running water, walls that protect you from the weather, windows that open to cool the environment off, to the roof that protects you. Giving thanks now to your clothing and your shoes and all the items that you've been able to buy, or that you've received as gifts that support you to be active in the world and thriving, and maybe even connecting with all of the people known and unknown that went into making and contributing to these items. The books, the tools, the electronics that allow you to connect with others, learn new skills, broaden your horizons. Gratitude to the money, whatever amount that you have that allows you to give and receive. Pay your bills. And if it feels appropriate, releasing any shame or guilt that may arise when we start to think about material possessions, thanking the material possessions, truly appreciating them and recognizing that they've come to you and they're gifts and that others are connected to them as well. Exhaling now and then inhaling and allowing the circumstances of your life to arise. How you spend your time, how you're able to contribute. The health that you have, however that is at this time. And on the next exhalation, just releasing this, and on the inhalation, connecting to this moment. Offering gratitude for everything in your presence at this time that is holding space for you to be here meditating right now with others. Gratitude for the chance and the capacity to sit in silence and to be grateful. Gratitude to the silence, the calm, life. love, the tears, the joys, and everything in between. And as we've been spending our time just calling to mind all the different aspects of our life, how the senses allow us to experience life in all the different ways through sight and smell and touch and taste, hearing, the people in our lives. The material possessions that we have that support us. This present moment. If possible, letting recede or letting go that for which we are grateful, and allowing attention to be drawn right to the felt sense of gratitude itself. The felt sense of gratitude in mind, body, heart. Savoring this, really taking it in, knowing this experience, cultivating this experience. And as we begin to bring this practice to a close, allowing the breathing, if it feels comfortable, to be a bit more deliberate. So letting the breath slow and deepen to a pace and a depth that feels most comfortable for you. And feeling the fullness of the inhalation and the release with an exhalation. And doing this a few times. Letting the breath return to a natural rhythm and flow. Starting to transition from practice by bringing some gentle movement to the body, maybe swaying the body, gentle stretching, wiggling fingers and toes. And while it feels somewhat fresh in mind, if you like, putting into the chat, what are you most grateful for at this time? It doesn't need to be one thing. It might be a person, and you might want to name that person or just name the role if that feels more comfortable. Here now, expressing gratitude, sharing it with all of us that are here. Love of family and friends. Family, friends, and health, living mental spaciousness. Hugging my wife. Dancing to Ed Sheeran with my niece's dog. Family and health, supportive family and friends. Beloved Sunday. Health, family, friends, and teachers. Health and safety. Support. One of the things the research shows with gratitude is that it grows with consistent practice. And so finding a regular time to practice gratitude. A well-known practice is keeping a journal. Right. And in the blog that will accompany this recording, there's a link for another research. Dr. Wong has listed like 100 questions that can help go deeper into exploring different aspects of gratitude. So you can link on that and get that questionnaire and just have that for reflection and journaling if you like. And just as we do with the practice of loving kindness, when we practice it on a regular basis, this too is with gratitude. So find ways during your day to, I have a friend who says, well, staple the practice to something that you already do. So maybe when you're drinking your morning coffee or your cup of tea, first it could be just expressing gratitude for that. The smell of coffee, the warmth of the cup. And then allow yourself to start to identify what you're grateful for. In the blog post, there's other ways to practice gratitude, and you may have them, but one I'll share as we start to come to close comes from the researcher and mindfulness meditation teacher and one of the developers of mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, Mark Williams, and his partner, Danny Penman, in their book, Finding Peace in a Frantic World. They recommend the 10-finger gratitude exercise. So at least once a day, if you can, try to identify 10 things that you're grateful for. And do this not just thinking about it, but really registering it by touching it, bringing in, like, so now you're firing up the brain. You're thinking about something, you're remembering something, and you're also touching fingers when you think about it. So you're really starting to savor and take it in. And when I share this with people, and I suggest people do this a couple times a week, and often I get the question, can I do the same 10 things? Right? And so your challenge, should you choose to accept it, is no. Try to come up with 10 new things. Yeah. Oh, I wish you all well. I'm grateful for your presence.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Those of you that celebrate Thanksgiving, I wish you well. Those of you that aren't celebrating Thanksgiving, I wish you well. Yeah. Take good care, friends. And I hope
Thank
to
you,
see
Patty.
you. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Patty. Take care.
Yeah. Take good care.
Thank you, Patty.
Thanks, Brenda. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anne. Bye, Simone. Good to see you too. Bye, Susan.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Yeah. Have a good night.
Helpful lessons. Thank you.
Thank you.